Oh. Didn't even tell you.
What?
Ran into somebody you went out with.
Oh.
She's Lewis's nurse.
Lisa Thompson?
Yeah, you had a little
thing, yeah.
A little thing with her, didn't you?
Yeah. It didn't work out.
Yeah. She told me you had,
What? No.
Big vagina?
Gigantic vagina.
What?
Biggest vagina known to man. Huge.
You're kidding. Are you telling me the truth?
It's gigantic. Gigantic.
So why is she going around making this accusation?
Because maybe she's afraid that you'll find out she has a big vagina. Why would she even do that? I don't even know.
Nipping it in the bud.
How dare she? I'll tell you what, I bet you there's a ton of guys out there who've been labeled with small penis. I bet you 50%.
It's the vagina, isn't it?
And it's the big vagina.
Yeah. Think of it biologically. Why should there be as many big vaginas as there are small penises? Right?
These big vagina ladies are getting away with murder. Something should be done. I don't know what can be done, but something should be done.
We're a hell of a lot more discreet than they are, right?
Oh, man.
They can't do this enough,
Oh, they love it. They love it.
They love this thing.
Martial arts is long. In ancient Roman Greece, a primitive form of martial art existed called pankration. It was a cruel method of fighting from which later came professional fighters. Throughout the fight world today, mixed matches, fights in which the opponents use different forms of martial art, are becoming widely accepted. One form of martial art which retains much of the original pankration of ancient Roman Greece is professional wrestling. Based on fighting that is a combination of punching and kicking, giant bodies collide in the ring. Constantly challenging battle, its training can only be said to be cruel, far surpassing the limits of human endurance. Only fighting techniques born of rigorous training can be considered a quality good enough for pro wrestling today. In pro wrestling, no-holds-barred fighting comes almost naturally, and once outside the ring, the battle never fails to arouse the excitement of the spectators. Any handy weapon, be it a chair or table, is used with full force. Only when one's body has been fully trained can he withstand such terrible assaults that would make even most fighters cringe.
We have the one and the only, the man of the hour, Kid Kash. Kid Kash, are you there, man?
What's going on, dude?
What's up?
What's up?
We're getting fucking wasted, waiting for you fucking get on. And this is this is a big fucking honor for us because both of us, and especially Violence Jack, because Violence Jack is more of a supermark than I am. But
Violence Jack is such a supermark for the fucking Kid Kash. When he beat that bitch Trinity up, in the fucking asylum. That shit was legendary, and all the fucking marks ate it up. In 2004, 2003, whenever that was, if you can, like, get a bunch of fucking Hoosiers to actually want to murder you, you are fucking top-notch in my book.
Hey, this is how great that is. I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about, but it sounds great to me. That, you know.
Apparently, he did this whole thing, like Trinity was his valet or whatever, and she wasn't doing her job, so he put her in her place like you do with any, tit wrestler. And
SmackDown, hey, wait, Violence Check. In honor of that, let me just tell everybody to go check out menarbetterthanwomen.com, and then they'll see what we're talking about. Go ahead, Violence Check, and bring it up with me. Bring me more up to speed.
At the the Nashville Fairgrounds, they called the TNA Asylum at the time to try to legitimize it, and Kid Kash fucking put her in her place, and they had fucking like 1,800 motherfuckers out there waiting in the parking lot. Like he had to like go out,
you don't beat on one. Yeah, you can't beat on women in Tennessee, from what I hear.
But aren't you from Tennessee? You knew that going in. You had to have known that. Wait, we're talking about Tennessee, aren't we? Is it?
I'm not originally from Tennessee. No, I'm from Northern Virginia.
Oh.
So I haven't caught up with all the rules and regulations of beating bitches' asses around here yet.
Oh, well, hey, let me ask you, just going into this, because this is a news story that just fucking came out today, and I know you had your problems with TNA in the beginning, or not in the beginning, but during your fucking tenure there, and you wanted to get out of TNA incredibly badly, from what I remember. This week there was a not this week, but today there is a story out about the pay of the the mid-carder and lower guys. That they don't even get paid if they come to the tapings, whatever. I'm sure they're coming on their own dime. I don't know that for a fact, but I would imagine they're coming on their own dime, and they don't even get paid if they're not in.
Yeah, well, that's right. That's one of the big complaints I had about them, because me coming into the company, I wasn't just a mid-carder. I'm former ECW World Champion, TV champion. The XWF Cruiserweight Champion, Russell signed an enormous deal in WCW before they got bought by WWE. So I didn't consider myself a mid-carder, and, just because I knew everybody, it was a brand new company, and they gave me their word that if I worked for a certain amount of money for that year, then they would, double it by the following year, and they never did. They never gave me royalties. I had the top-selling T-shirt, the top-selling 8x10, and nobody, not one dime out of a royalty or anything like that, So that's why I was unhappy, and they kept telling me that, a raise wasn't in the budget, but yet they had no problem bringing in, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and all these, and, Randy Savage, and paying those guys $250,000 an appearance, so...
Right. Yeah, you do realize they Jarrett and Dutch Mantel, they're not so much doing shit anymore. Like in the past 2 months, they are a little bit more legit. Like you should be ruling that company right now.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Just because Jeff's gone doesn't mean that the management has changed any in itself, because I've talked to a few people since then, and they still have the same mentality, and until they change their mentality, I don't want to work for a company like that. I'm a star, dude. WWE saw it, ECW saw it, WCW saw it. They wouldn't have signed the contract that I signed with those guys, if they didn't see it, and the rest of the world sees it. So, they can keep all their guys all they want, and they can pay whoever they want. I don't care, because I'm free from that place, and I'm just as happy as I was before I was even there, so it doesn't matter to me.
What about, there are two other companies that it seems like you're a natural fit for. What about Ring of Honor or the new Dragon Gate USA? I mean, you would be fucking perfect on either one of those, and say this would be my ultimate fucking one, is if the XPW would actually come back, with your work, not even at work, but your attitude at the end of your TNA run put into the XPW fucking style would be fucking amazing. You could be as offensive, as mean, as badass, as off the wall as you want. Oh, give me a break. That would be the best